Welcome, everyone. My name is Ginger Broderick, and I'm the host of the Ginger New York TV show. We are live here in New York City. We have two people in from London, England. Yes, Grace Solero and Dan Baloria. Baloria.
Close.
Dan Baloria.
That was good.
Close enough. Welcome.
Hi, thanks,
Thank you,
Hey,
Dan. Right. And we have Clive in the house. He's really
Good to be back.
well.
It's good to be back here. Hey, Dan.
Hey,
nice to
Clive.
see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. How exciting. And I met you guys a few days ago. We were at the Iridium for G.E. Smith.
Yeah.
Wow. If you guys ever, he was the music director for Saturday Night Live for many, many years back in like the original cat. Wow. It was really amazing. And we all got to talk to him.
Yes.
And you guys got photo ops. And it was a great night. It was fun hanging out with you guys. So thanks for coming in. And we're like old
And you're going to
friends.
be performing some songs,
Yes.
which is going to be great.
Tell us about your music, what you're going to be performing today.
Okay, we have 3 songs that we chose for you. 2 from previous albums and 1 from the album that is going to be released in 2020. Date to be announced.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Good for you. Good for you. How did the two of you meet? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
We met, we had both moved to London within a couple months of each other, and I had put an ad up for saying guitarists from California.
Yes.
Okay, so you're from California and you're from Italy.
Originally,
I thought
yes.
I was going to guess France, you know,
Yes.
from your
Oh,
accent, but
okay.
but I was surprised Italy. Yeah.
From a beautiful place in Italy, actually.
Yeah.
Because I did my research, like I said to
You did
Liz.
research,
I
you didn't know
researched
where
where
it
it
was
was,
from.
although I'd never heard of it. There's like a little island. It's very beautiful.
What
But-
made you decide to move? Was it too small?
I was living, in a big city before going to London, but then I decided to go to London because that's the place to be if you want to play music and find like-minded people. And I was lucky to find a wonderful guitarist, songwriter right away.
Was that almost
right away.
instantly? Like you kind of put an ad out there and and just
it
got your band?
Yeah, really, after a few months.
It was, a couple months.
Wow. And did you have songs already?
Yeah.
So you already had songs written.
I
It
had
was
my
like
songs, I had in songs,
so
so
similar
we
to what I've
started-
done.
We started performing together. My songs had songs together as a duo, and then slowly we kind of built up the band.
Get into the band,
I did the
yeah.
rhythm section, bass player, and drummer. Yes. So
Did I understand that you're a drummer too?
I have a drum kit in my
You have
living
a drum
room.
kit
Yes.
I'm taking drum lessons next month.
Yeah.
I start,
Oh wow.
So that's
Oh yeah.
So
I was talking about drums.
yeah, that's how we got talking. But I didn't know if you knew how to play drums.
Well, I play
She's
very
got-
badly. I do. I mean, I love the drums.
She's got the power. She hits the snare.
Yeah.
Yes, I sense a rhythm, I guess. Yes. Yes.
But you've not played on any of your albums?
Thank God. No.
Not even like a
Well,
rim
your
shot
voice
or
is beautiful. We
No,
all have
she's-
a treat to.
She's written songs off of a drum beat sheet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've done the same thing. Yeah, but sometimes I just want
Maybe I
rhythms,
could
and
be
it's,
your drummer
it's
one
almost
day.
easier to write around because you haven't got the instruments to clutter things. So to write vocalize, I think is quite it's beneficial. But so you have loads of albums out and loads of different styles.
Yeah. I guess.
And do you? I mean, some of them are like almost acoustic, aren't they? They're kind of How do you find the different? Do you like both, or is it a question of you've done a good rock album and then you think now it's time to mellow it out? Or
I think these are the two sides of Grace Solero. Like we do things that like a power stadium rock, let's say, very powerful, and loud,
Amazing.
and rude, and like. But then we also like to do something more intimate and stripped down. That's why we had the idea. Some fans they came and see us doing a gig.
Oh, interesting.
And then they said, why don't you record an album? Because, you know, we were doing a stream of gigs like stripped down because it was kind of much easier to go around with the drummer playing cajon and without bringing a drum kit.
Yeah.
But then it's a completely different experience for us and for the audience. So it's just, they kind of asked us, but why don't you record an album? So the latest album called Awake was recorded because of that, basically.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
So the various sounds you have, I mean, obviously, as a singer as well, I think every singer has someone will always compare you to somebody. I know my personal thing, what I feel like you sound like, but you've had like from Kate Bush to Led Zeppelin or something, I noticed.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm chuffed. I mean, in a way, like, it's obviously an honor, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the sound check.
You have such a lovely, powerful voice.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is that people need references, right? Because
okay.
when they don't know you because you're not like a big artist, or they, so they need to compare it to someone, and it's fine. They're all great comparisons. You know, I feel, as I say, honored. You know, and the band as well, Led Zeppelin. Well, I'm so lucky to have a great band.
Wow.
Yeah.
We couldn't ship the whole band here because, of course, it's like but it's easy in a container. Exactly.
Ship them, they'd just be a while. If you ship them, they'd be a bit longer.
Well, it's easy. The guitarist and the singer, you know, and drummer and bassist are back in London. So
well, it's just easier. Again, like I've spoken, that's the same thing for me. I have a huge band back in England, which is not possible to ever.
We'd love to have you perform here in New York.
There will be lots of them.
You know, I've watched your YouTubes, you know, but you guys are having a performance coming up, aren't you, with Alan Merrill?
Yeah, it's, when is that?
Next week.
We're playing Tuesday at the Delancey.
Later in night,
and then Wednesday at the Bitter End.
Yeah, I'm going to be at that show, the Bitter End.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a,
yes, I'll be there. Great. I'm going to be doing yoga and then go to rock out. Yeah, that's my life.
Going back to your stuff, I mean, I'm watching lots of the videos. My favourite track, I think, is Electro, which is almost like the reason you were saying, like, why you're here, or because it was picked up or something.
Yeah, with David Tanner.
David Tanner is a rock promoter from New York, and he kind of put us in touch with Alan Merrill. So I got an email. I did a very short performance, like by myself. Dan wasn't with me at the time. I think it was 2 years ago or something. And then when I go back in London, I got this message from David Tanner say, "Hey Grace, do you have a finished video? Because my friend Alan Merrill is looking for someone for his program across the pond."
That's a pretty serious guy, Alan.
Yeah, I started 2 videos, the band videos, you know, and he picked Electro between the 2 I sent.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and that's why we're here today.
But it's very powerful. I mean, it's a very, very good song.
He's a really serious guy, Alan. I have 1,000 new Facebook friends because Alan's been on the show a couple times.
Yeah.
And after a while, it was just bing, 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 and I was like, what is that? I have a spam going on, and then I realized that.
It's very funny. Like Candy, who you've met, who's my friend, always in my makeup I stay with. Her party piece is I Love Rock and Roll, so she was like, oh my god. Which obviously you wrote. That's great. I mean, I love the way music things can happen like that.
It's
it can
incredible.
be one track. It might not be your favorite track that can be just picked up for something like that, or a TV show.
He was on TV, and that's how Joan Jett picked it up, and then he did in his interview that she released it twice, and it was the second time.
I remember him, the original, but that's because I'm very old. I can remember when he performed it with his band.
You guys really hooked up with a great guy.
No one else probably can remember.
And then you're going to be performing with him. He's going to be part of him.
Both at the Delancey and the Bitter End.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
We're very excited. Exactly.
Oh, I bet. And how long are you here in New York City?
Different.
I'm here for 10 days.
Oh, okay.
Grace for a bit longer.
I'm here for quite a while. I'm going back to London at the beginning of November.
Oh, wow,
so
wonderful.
I'll probably come back as just to...
She's been penciled in for about a year on the calendar here.
I know, yes. And finally we made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
And we were talking about the new album, which I don't believe has the title as yet.
Not yet.
No. Okay.
How did you, is that all around the table, chucking in names, or how are you going to decide? Or maybe the sound of the album will.
I think it's the sound and also the meaning of the lyrics.
Yeah.
Those are very important, of course.
So
I don't know. We haven't really sat around the table, as you said, to decide, to discuss it, but we will.
I was interested because you are going to be using different instruments on this, so it'll have a kind of more. It'll be probably a mixture of the rock and. It sounds like with
more,
what is it? Glockenspiel? What? I can't remember.
There's a bit of Glockenspiel.
There we go.
Yeah, cello.
Wow.
Really great instruments.
Great.
Yeah, it's
Can't
a rock,
wait.
Yeah, it's a rock album, but it's also more maybe experimental a little bit.
So you do it live, there's more musicians that get on board then, so be careful.
Well, also the studio we recorded at, John Clayton, he's an amazing engineer, but he's also a cellist, a bass player.
Nice.
So we got him on cello for a couple songs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Piano B3, he's like really
Yeah, it just happened, and we hadn't decided while we were recording songs. Oh, we'd like some Hammond there, and I can play. In the process of recording.
And how is the album now? So it's almost finished, or
we've recorded it.
It's been mixed.
But it hasn't
exactly.
been mixed.
Right.
It's been mixed. We just started mixing.
And did you just when I did my album, I kind of knew what the 10 tracks were going to be, but now I would probably change a few. Have you done that, or did you, again, you had the set tracks, or did you keep adding, or?
No, I think we're pretty much there with the track.
Yeah.
We know what we want on the album.
Yeah.
I think, yes.
Do you all do the songwriting together, or is it one more than the other?
That's an interesting question, because this last album, the latest that has been mixed, is more of a band songwriting.
All right. Is that the first time that's happened?
Collaborative,
really?
yeah, exactly. Because normally I write my songs, Dan writes his songs, then we write songs together.
Okay.
The two of us. But then we involved the band, and it was great.
Interesting.
I kind of tricked them because I pressed record, like the button of recording. Like,
when they were like
they
jamming
didn't
and
know I
things?
have a little Boss recorder, and I pressed record, and they had no clue. They were just playing.
Like sound checks.
Sound checks. We were playing France once, for instance. We did a little tour, and a sound check. I literally I pressed this thing, and they started playing. And then when I went home after the tour, I listened, like, oh, this sounds pretty good.
So they were
played it
just
back to them
jamming,
and
just
say, hey guys,
jamming.
this sounds pretty good. This is us jamming at the sound check. Okay, and so yeah.
So I totally forgot the part. That sounds all right.
Play like this. I don't know what that is.
Exactly.
Well, you all have inspired me to learn music on a better level, and so I've taken guitar and bass guitar. Now I'm starting the drums, and you guys are just like amazing. I mean, the dedication and the learning and the commitment, and it's like, wow, it's just hours and hours and hours and years of your life. Yeah, so very impressive.
Yeah.
Vocals, I tried vocals. I have a long way to go.
See, I'm the opposite. I only sing. I don't play anything. Yeah, so it's hard enough to do that, but no, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's really good. Yeah, he's fun.
And so, as a female fronting the band, has that always been your dream, or have you had issues, or?
No, really. I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to sing. I didn't know I wanted to have a band.
Yeah.
They came after.
Always in that kind of rock.
No,
mode,
really.
or?
I kind of actually started singing as more like jazz stuff.
Okay.
So I did the other way around, and I took opera lessons when I was 15.
Oh, I can hear that. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Basically, I studied completely from a different perspective, music-wise.
I can hear it.
And I didn't like rock and roll, which is like outrageous. People are like, I hate you, don't like rock and roll.
That's outrageous.
But it is outrageous. But I'm talking when I was 15, as I said, I was completely listening to completely different things and classical music.
So that means we could do a duet then, a jazzy kind of project.
Yes.
In the future, why not?
Yes.
When I was little, my brother was into rock and roll. I was more in the early Beatles, and when he played things like Cream and Vanilla Fudge, I was like, what is that?
Exactly.
But now I go and see them perform.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
I think music's changed, has become more universal, as in people like more things. Growing up, it's like, no, I like that. I don't like that. But now it seems to be
you appreciate
a lot
it a
out there. Like we never heard country and western in the UK, and but now it's pretty big. And
yeah, I like country rock. I grew up a lot on the old country. I hated it. And then I've learned to appreciate it a little bit better. You know.
I did the same with Morrissey. I used to really dislike Morrissey and the Smiths. And then my partner then, at the time, was a massive fan. And then a new friend I met was a massive fan. So I almost kind of thought, can't beat them, you join them. But and I'm a big Morrissey fan now, so it's kind of totally flipped. But that's the beauty of music. And as I say, the influences.
And look how all the friendship that comes from it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like I don't identify with like Wall Street anymore.
Yeah.
So it's about that time for your performance. So I understand you're going to do 3 songs, right? So we'll talk to you a little bit after the second song.
Before we start, maybe just saying, if people want to find us.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Tell us, Grace, where do we find you?
I think I guess Twitter is Grace Solero, which is also the website is gracesolero.com, and all social medias that you can imagine.
Can be searched just
you did.
I've researched you. I searched you.
You're the proof. You find us
very easily.
And the music is on Spotify. People want to listen to it, so they can find us easily.
Yeah, and then the new album next year.
Yeah, 2020.
Okay, lovely.
We'll plan to have you come back when you're ready.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's great.
Go make some wonderful music.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah. Clive, come on over and talk with me while they're getting set up. So, what brings you back to New York?
Well, I'm just literally for a couple of weeks. So it's a real, for me, it's a very short trip. Just really to see some friends, trying to get some new management for the album. musicians, and to do the show. Because
Wonderful.
I love the way you can fit me in. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm really, really appreciative of
We
that,
really
so.
do the best we can.
Yeah.
We love having you here.
Oh,
yeah,
so
we
it's
love
always
having
a
you here.
pleasure.
How's the band doing over there?
We're
You're
good?
ready? Yeah, okay.
Okay. So Grace Solero.
Thank you. So this song is called Instrumental.
Wasn't that crazy?
So, thank you. The next song is called Awake, and it's one of the songs that will be featured in the new album. This is the acoustic version of it. In the forest early light, shake your dreams and feel the wind. I heard you many times, my sweet angel cry, falling out before
Excuse my back. Wonderful. I want to be like you when I grow up. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dan and Grace, for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
I can't wait for more songs, and let's be sure to go to the bitter end.
And we'll just to recap the Delancey on 24th, and the bottom line on
the 25th. Next Wednesday.
So guys, come and see these guys. They're great.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in this afternoon show. My name is Ginger Broderick. We have Clive here. This is Grace and Dan. So thanks a lot for joining in today. They're going to close out the show with one more song, so take it away.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ginger. Thanks, Clive. Thank you, Ron. This song is called "I'm the Woman by the River."
Time ago, down by the river, dazed by her smile, felt like surrender. You might know the shadow in her smile. You might know what's happening life. Time passed me by, sat by the river. She says a tale of two perfect strangers. The strangers in the tale. You might know the day they fell in love. Hold me by the river. Woo!